everyone, GiftedSoul here back for another video, and in this video I'm going to be reviewing and doing a flip through of the Sacred Rebels Oracle by Alana Fairchild. I have had this deck for years now. I think I got this deck in like 2017. I can't really remember, but it was the very first deck that I've ever purchased off of Amazon. I do know because I was mostly always purchasing decks from eBay when I first got started collecting and doing readings and stuff. But then I ventured off into switching deck creators and also switching different platforms that I would purchase from. Mostly, like I said, it was always eBay at one point, and then I said, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and try Amazon and for the decks, and here we are. So let's go ahead and get started. So again, this is by Alana Fairchild. I haven't used this deck in forever. I cannot tell you the last time I have used this deck. It says, okay, the artwork is by Autumn Sky Morrison, and on the back here, it says it includes 44 cards, a detailed 180-page guidebook. This stunning deck is dedicated to you who want to live your own unique, inspired life and share your light with the world as a sacred offering. Okay, so the back of the box says the Sacred Rebels Oracle is for those who are ready to celebrate and nurture their individuality. When you are a sacred rebel, you want to be fully alive and express your authentic truths. You want to help heal the world, even when that means shaking things up. Sacred rebels love life and refuse to believe that manifesting their dreams is impossible. This Oracle deck is filled with striking imagery and beautiful, heartfelt guidance to support you in awakening your sacred, rebellious heart so that you will trust in your own uniqueness and authenticity and honor your creative power. And then we have a couple of sneak peeks of some of the cards. So if you're running into this deck or come across this deck in a spiritual shop or somewhere, if they don't allow you to open them, I guess you could see these, and maybe it'll help you figure out if you want to purchase it or not. I've only been to one spiritual shop in my lifetime, and that was just last year. Everything else that I have that is spiritual related is offline, except for a couple of decks that I have in my collection came from a store, and that was out of town. And that one store, they do have it to where you could, like, not all of the decks, but there are some of the decks where they will allow for you to take a look at the cards and actually touch them. They have like extra copies where you can get a feel for it that way. So it does come in a 2-piece box, as you can see. And here is the guidebook. Put that over there. It is yellow in the inside, by the way. And so, of course, in the guidebook, you're going to have an image of the card, the word or the phrase that's on the card, the number, and then further information down below about that card and the card's message. And it's like that for every card. And then we have a healing process. Let me make sure, is that for every... Yeah, we have some for every card. We have some spreads, how you can work with the deck, journaling, just a lot of different things. This is very detailed, and there's information about Alana Fairchild on the back. So yeah, and she has a website, alanafairchild.com, www. And this is a Blue Angel deck. So let's go ahead and get into the fun part, which is the cards. That is why everybody is here ultimately. So let's see. We have these. Now, this is the back. There is another version of this deck, but I believe it's the same exact deck, except there are no borders on the cards. So On the newer version or printing, whatever you want to call it, it's going to not have this, I don't think, or at least on the other side it won't. I'm not exactly sure because I didn't really do a deep dive into that, doing research for that, because there are a lot of new versions of certain decks that I already have in my collection that I kind of don't want to add on. Even though they do have some differences, it's kind of like, what is the point of me getting another copy of the same deck? So, yeah. Same with Enchanted Map Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. She has another copy of this deck. And not this deck, another copy of her Enchanted Map deck. And it has a few differences in it as well, but pretty much the same style and everything. So I kind of feel like I should just work with what I already have. So let's go ahead and get started. So just plain edges. These are not in order because I have been using, well, I haven't used them in a while, but this is from how they are from the last time I used them. So we have Sacred Fool. So we have the number here, keyword here, or phrase. Put that over there. We have Visions of Life Beyond Death. And those that are working with mediumship, this is a very great deck to work with for that, I feel. Free from Judgment, Free to Love, number 39. Come to Life. Oops. We have Conscious Connections, Inner Trust, Restore and Replenish, The Perfection of Your Life, Seeing the True You, Defend to the End, The Worthwhile, What You Want Wants You, What Do You Feel, Bring It Into Form, What Is Already With You, Follow Your Own Rhythm, Legacy of Light. And as you can see, that is the theme here, the image there. Inspiration, Heaven Sent, She Feels, She Knows, Power of Attraction, Releasing allegiances. I don't know what that is, but yeah. And as you can see, there is a bit of nudity, but it is kind of tastefully done, so I wouldn't worry about it. Against the Grain, a Beautiful Dream, number 19. Going Beyond Normal. Receiving. Release the Dark Wound. Let Love Live. Diving for Light. There's a card stuck. Trust Yourself. Into the World, Not of the World. We have Relax the Hold of Darkness and Be at Cause. And of course, there's a card stuck to it. Be the Hunter. Big Bold Vision. New Birth Guarded Vigilante. And I'm pretty sure I said that wrong. After the Storm, and that is the first card of the deck. Oops. Softly, Softly, the Tender Touch. So some of these you might feel like you have to have the guidebook, which for some of them sometimes I do. But I think now I'm more comfortable, so I really don't necessarily need it. I can work pretty much fully intuitively with this deck now. But either way it goes, this gives you a lot to work with in your intuition as well with what's in the book. So it's definitely still useful. The Word Wants to Be Written. shock of the new, faith in the process, spirals of manifestation. Every journey starts with a single step. Number 12, more nudity. And then this last one, 36, listen for truth. So that is my flip through and review of the Sacred Rebels Oracle deck by Alana Fairchild. I got this on Amazon, and I will link this deck down below. It will be an affiliate link. That is to help support me in the channel if you would like. And that's only if you are to purchase directly through the link. Clicking on it, I don't think does anything. If I do get anything, it will be a small, very small commission. So, but yeah, there it is. So, Sacred Rebels Oracle by Alana Fairchild, 44 card deck, 180 page guidebook. Very well worth it. So yeah, let me know if you're thinking about getting this deck, or if you already have this deck, what ways have you used this deck? I'll be interested and would love to hear. So please like, share, comment, subscribe, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Take care.